Morning guys, day 2 of the Diaries. I'm on my way to work to see what the situation is. One of my best friends has just texted me to say that her firm, which is also another large firm in Birmingham, has told her to work from home today. I haven't had that memo, but I'm going to see who's in, and I think I'm going to try and work from home this week unless it's absolutely necessary that I'm in work to send things out of the post, to get things filed, or need access to my files. But I'll see how many other people are in. I've been on Twitter this morning, I've seen that Legal X is cancelled. Not surprising, that's a big law tech event, so I'm not surprised that's not going ahead, but really sad for the people that are involved. Also, I've seen local businesses everywhere really struggling and talking about how much they're suffering as a result of this. So I'm really trying my best to support my local businesses wherever I can, and I'm urging you guys to do the same. Even if you're just popping out to get supplies, please do so from an independent shop if you can, even if it's a couple of minutes walk further rather than your big supermarket. Because generally speaking, the bigger chains and supermarkets have a bit more of a buffer to get them through times like this, whereas the independents don't. If you're in the Birmingham area and not sure which your independents are, then Independent Birmingham's a really good website which lists a few of the independents in and around Birmingham that you can help support if you can. I'm also going to try and get a few takeaways this week from my favourite independents to help support them, even though I don't really need to. But times like this is literally career ending, livelihood ending for a lot of independent shops, so I'm going to really try and do my best to support them. Just about to walk into the office now and see who's in, see what the situation is, and I'll update you again in a bit. Okay, so I made it into the office and I'm actually quite surprised by how many people are in. It seems like it is pretty much business as usual. It is a bit quieter than normal, and there's been more guidance going around today that basically says that it is business as usual unless you have symptoms or have been to an affected area recently. But if you voluntarily want to work from home, then we're being supported to do that wherever we can. So some people are taking that decision, some people are self-isolating, some people are socially separating, so they're in the office but they're trying to keep a distance from other people, which is also fine. I'm just on my lunch break now and I thought I'd catch up with some of the new guidance which is coming around. Something which I swear by is the civil litigation brief, which I think I've mentioned before, which is a blog by a barrister called Gordon Exall, and he's provided some new guidance today called Civil Litigation in a Time of Total Uncertainty, 10 Key Points on Difficulties Arising Out of the Coronavirus Outbreak. So I'm just going to have a quick look at this because this is massively relevant to me in my area of civil litigation. So there's a few things here that he's outlined. Excuse me, reading off my laptop here, it's not ideal. Nobody knows whether they're going to be fit to go to court tomorrow. We don't know if witnesses are going to be able to attend. Judges and court staff may be exposed, not able to attend. Firms and chambers might be closed down. Potential issues with procedure, limitation, service of claim forms. As you guys probably know if you've studied any law at all, there's a finite period within which you can bring a claim, particularly in relation to personal injury claims, which is what I deal with. So you've got a really strict period within which you can bring that claim, and if you don't issue your claim in court within that time period, it essentially means that your client loses their chance to bring a claim in court. And obviously if we've got issues with courts, the post, documents, and that potentially affects your ability to lodge that claim in time and protect your client's rights to bring a claim. So there are all kinds of potential issues with that, and then once you've issued a claim at court, you then got a finite time period within which you actually have to serve the claim form and documents on your opponent. And again, that period is pretty fixed. You can apply for extensions, but it's not ideal. You basically want to get it served within that time. And again, all these issues with coronavirus and post and all sorts, we don't know whether we're going to be able to do that in time. So he's raised that as a potential issue. So issue now, basically, if you're in doubt, just get your claim issued, so you're making sure you're not prejudicing your client. In serving the claim form, apply for extensions of time. I am not a fan of applying for extensions of time because of the case which is actually cited in the blog. Yeah, I had an issue with this many years ago when I was a trainee applying for an extension of time, which I was not granted. I'll link this article below so that you can have a read of it, but basically it's quite difficult to apply for extensions of time, and it's not something that you want to do unless you absolutely have to. A few other key points that he's raised here. to try and help combat the issues. But if in doubt, don't go to court and don't see clients, especially vulnerable clients. Yep, absolutely right, just don't put yourself in unnecessary danger, and even if it's not you who thinks might be exposed to it or thinks you might come down with the virus or be ill with it, it's about the other people around you who may well be very severely affected by it. You shouldn't be putting those people in danger unless you absolutely have to. No opportunism, so basically neither party should be taking advantage of the difficulties presented by this. I think that's absolutely right. I don't think courts would take a particularly favourable view if either claimants or defendants in litigation started trying to sort of abuse this crisis as a way of getting around deadlines, or kind of, you know, punishing the other side for not meeting deadlines and stuff. So this is the current guidance from Gordon Exall. Just reading the updated court guidance as well on HMCTS about what they're doing, and it looks like, again, business as usual at the moment. But again, if you have symptoms, high temperature and you continuous cough, then don't come into court, basically. They're applying the same to their staff as well. It says here that judges can consider audio or video links in a number of circumstances. This includes, for example, where a defendant does not need to attend in person, an application to appeal refusal of bail in Crown Court, or in preliminary and enforcement hearings. So it looks like they are making accommodations where possible for people who don't want to come in or can't come in due to coronavirus. I actually saw a tweet earlier from John Hyde, who's a very famous legal journalist. If I can put the tweet on here and scroll you through it, I will. Otherwise I'll just link you to it, and I'll link his details below, because he's been really vocal about this. He was actually he actually wrote one of the articles that I linked in yesterday's episode, if you have seen that. So he's a really good guy to follow, actually, just for all legal comment generally, but particularly at the moment with the coronavirus outbreak. He's making lots of useful statements and tweets about that. So that is pretty much where we are today. My family holiday's been cancelled to Lanzarote, so that's another update. I've also heard that Primark have closed all their stores, Disney have closed all of their parks, so it's pretty serious now, actually. I really think that, as I said yesterday, it's going to get worse before it gets better. We might go into a full state of lockdown. At the moment it seems as though most people are up and about working, so I'm going to stay working, I think, for as long as I can, just try and get everything that I need to get done in the next day or so, just so if I do have to self-isolate or work from home for the rest of the week, I'm going to be able to do that. But I've got meetings and things scheduled in for the rest of the week, and nobody seems to be cancelling them, so I'm just going to continue unless we get any more guidance, I think. So I'll link some more of this stuff below so that you can keep up to date on what's going on. If there's anything more, then I'll check in again later, but otherwise I'll be back tomorrow.